Yes.
How does quantum computing play into the conversation?
Jonathan, you have any ideas on that one?
Well, I mean, now you're creating an ultimate physical substrate that's very much like the microtubule thing. It seems like a quantum computer would be like a inorganic microtubule system that would therefore be the perfect setup to allow consciousness to work through it.
And if I may add, one of the things that Hameroff is talking about is once you start getting into quantum computers, you're going to understand that what really causes them to work is the Heisenberg principle, which means that we and computers, which we literally are the creators of, become one. Transhumanism, yes, but not on the level of what I was showing with the cell phones. That's not technology at that point, okay? That's consciousness being taken to another level. The problem I see is when we see technology as something we cannot live without. Once that happens, we diminish this. And we are doing this right now, I stipulate. We are diminishing our own magnificence by seeing that technology is the only thing that's going to save us. I don't think so. Yes?
So what do you think So what do you believe or think who or what is programming as this is behind the programming to dumb us down?
Well, I went into this at length in the last talk. This is the work that's come out of MIT by James Gates Jr., in which he has discovered what he calls adinkras. And these adinkras basically are showing that all of quantum states or quantum supersymmetry is literally governed by a programming language. And then the question is, who wrote this language? And that's a topic for another day. Shirley?
So is the Evo 360 putting the harmonic pattern over the anharmonic pattern in our microtubule?
All right, so last time I was here, I gave you a glimpse of the Evo 360. Since then, we've done a workshop and a series of sessions around the Evo 360 based upon these harmonic patterns. And Dr. Harrell decided to visit 3 of those sessions. So we had 3 different groups, 1 in Denver and 2 in the Boulder area, over a 3-month period in which we collected data. And she is of the opinion that the Evo 360 does overlay a quantum harmonic, probably with the microtubules, though we can't say, we don't know. But she feels that this is a tool, not a technology, to allow us to move out of the Hegelian dialectic. So the answer to your question is absolutely yes. Yeah.
You said anesthesia takes away consciousness, and how is it then that people who are heavily sedated can later remember things that went on?
Well, you're getting into the part that actually caused Hameroff to change his original theory, where he spoke of what I call consciousness with a small c, and he discovered there was consciousness with a big C. He still doesn't really know how far that goes, but we have a good idea, because as Kabir was intimating, we are finally catching up to the ancients, the mystics. That is the Evo 360. Anybody else? Shall we call it a day? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. How about that?
Since we don't have to worry about AI conquering humanity, is it still okay to pursue AI so there's no danger in pursuing it? And that's the first part of the question. And will it help us achieve some of these goals? Because you said it would help. On the current path we are, with this, what you were talking about, will end illness. But I guess people like Kurzweil are saying we'll achieve immortality as well. Will that be possible? Is that a worthwhile endeavor to pursue still, or?
Wow. All right, first question around AI with regards to friend or foe, whether we incorporate it.
Yeah.
Okay, I think Jonathan really addressed that. Did you not?
Whether AI would be incorporated or whether
Or should we?
We don't have a choice. It's going to happen.
Yeah, and I just wanted to add to that it's important to keep in mind not to view this in the Hegelian way you suggested, where it's like, oh, this would be the good thing or the bad thing to happen. Evolution works in such paradoxical ways. What would appear bad to the ego, and they could end up in some sci-fi dystopian scenario, could be exactly the evolutionary pressure to create some completely new species. Like, we have no idea how evolution works, but certainly we know it works through cataclysmic things. So we can't judge that that would be a bad thing, even if AI did emerge as this computing stream.
Excellent point.
Okay.
You get that? We're done. But okay, the last part was.
I think that kind of covers it. But if it was kind of
okay.
Pursue it, and if it's if pursuing AI will help us achieve immortality, or can we achieve immortality without AI? Essentially, is the question.
All right. Can we achieve immortality without AI?
Yeah. So in other words, is AI unnecessary?
Well, okay.
With what you.
All right. For starters, I hate to break this to you. We are immortal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in this,
Seriously.
Yeah, in this body. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What as far as staying in these bodies? Why is that's where I am with this. Why? Why do we have to stay and be limited by these bodies? There is more and more evidence that shows we literally can't exist without them. I mean, obviously, the work that's being done on dreams, that the brain can't distinguish between the dream state and the awakened state. They're one and the same as far as the brain is concerned. Why do we have to have these bodies? But to stick with the question, if we have these bodies, can we move into immortality? Can we move into no sickness, no disease? There is a growing body of evidence that says yes. However, I'm with Jonathan on this. I think we're heading in a completely different direction than that. Okay? Thank you all. Appreciate it.